Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how to start OFM as a beginner. Yeah, straight into it. We should know before starting such mistakes not to make. So first of all, info and knowledge is key. It's a very fast moving industry and you need to have correct, updated info. That's very important. Obviously there's a lot of free info out there like YouTube, groups, stuff like that. But just make sure it's up to date. A lot of networking chats are free as well. Will give you wrong or outdated info, and that's where beginners start making mistakes. Next is don't take on any creator, look for high quality. This is another very common mistake that beginners make. Don't just go for anything, A lot of people just go for literally anything they can get, and that's where you also make mistake because you're gonna spend a lot more time trying to scale her and see no results. Maybe it's because she's lazy, maybe it's because of her looks, whatever it might be. You should always make sure to go for high quality. Yeah, obviously this is the same thing I mentioned, but networking is very important. Be careful who you listen to because, like I said, it's a very toxic community. A lot of people out there do try to give the wrong info on purpose, and some people just don't know what they're talking about. Alright, so actually starting and obviously outreaching. A website can help, but it's not needed. You don't require one. I had one like 3 years ago, and after that, I never had one again. I don't need it. No one really asked me for it either. Obviously it can help you, like I said, but it's not a complete required thing. And obviously an IG account for your agency, the personal account, and then like a fake career account as well. These are like a bit more required in my opinion. It's good to have a page for all of these three things. Obviously the agency isn't for outreach, but if a model asks you like, oh, what's your agency name, what does it look like, more results, stuff like that, obviously you can then send her that IG account. Next is pay someone or create an agency logo on Canva. Yeah, obviously Canva, you can do it for free, or you can pay someone literally $10, $20 and they'll make it. Obviously if you have the money, I would recommend just paying someone. It's not really worth the time. Like obviously it can be quick, but some people take way too long on this. And this is not something that should take you a long time to do. So starting to outreach, main things to look out for is the looks, quality of content such camera, and then if they reply, you need to know if they're hardworking, such willing to work a few hours daily. Out of these three things, in my opinion, how hardworking they are is probably the most important, and obviously looks as well. Alright, so next is actually closing. So whether it's through text or call, both ways, don't be a robot, you're both human. Ask how she's doing, introduce yourself, all of that stuff. Begin explaining information about your agency, what you do, what you offer, how it works, all of that as well. Ask her how my page is doing so far and if she has any questions for you. And once answered, if she had any, then emphasize how little she has to do because she handled it all. And obviously if she's happy with it, normal questions, all of that, you can move forward to agreeing on a percentage of split salary. Alright, next, actually onboarding. So obviously getting access to everything, the page, social media, all of that. And then preparing for marketing is also part of the onboarding. Create a G drive to upload content into, and then basically review it. If it's not enough, you have to do research on Reddit, for example, Twitter, stuff like that, and find more ideas within the same niche or looks of a different model that she can recreate basically. And once you have enough, then obviously you're good to go. So next is optimizing the OF. So obviously once again, once you're logged in, change the OF around, change the price if you need, change the banner, the profile picture, the bio to fit the niche more, and then plan what to do for marketing. So once content is ready, you can now begin marketing. Usually I recommend beginners to start with something like Red and X, as they're usually the easiest and fastest as well to get subs, to get into the page. But obviously IG after that is good as well. So for X, all we do is retweet for retweet. This is automated by using XBot. It sounds simple, and it is. It's the most simple thing you can do. Obviously the quality of subs isn't very high, but it is the easiest thing you can do. So no proxy or VPN is needed. It's literally just a 2-day warm-up, and you need X Premium and X retweet groups as well. I have other videos specifically on XBot if you want more information on that, but yeah, like I said, as simple as it is, that is truly it. Alright, next is Reddit. So with organic Reddit marketing, all you have to do is just choose a niche to test on, and start researching, plus finding subreddits within that niche to post on. Now the key to Reddit is testing, so the three things to test is content, captions, and subreddits. So when you have these three things sorted out, you will do well 100%, because sometimes your content is good, but the subreddits are bad. Maybe the captions are bad, but then the content is good. Maybe the content is good, the subreddits are good, but the content is bad. Once you keep testing all these three things and figure out which one's bad and which one's good, and once you have all three things done correctly, you will see results 100%. Alright, next is IG and TikTok as well, obviously. Niching is sort of the same with Reddit, just test out niches. Like, we usually start with like 5 accounts, all different niches, and just test out which one works good, and from there you can obviously scale that and move on. Quality, obviously, background, all of that stuff is very important, like the actual quality of the camera, but the actual quality of like the background, the clothing she's wearing, all of that stuff is very important as well. And once you do all those things correctly as well in the quality sort, then it gives you a big boost as well. And then lastly is TikTok lives. So this is not very talked about. I think it's a very easy way to get it's not very consistent, but it's an easy way to get some extra subs over every now and then. It's just basically going live, just literally just talk. You can just talk to the chat. There's obviously different ideas you can do, stuff like that. But you can literally just talk to the chat, just laying on the bed, and people will subscribe anyway. Next, obviously, chatting. So the two options for chatting are either get an agency or hire VAs. Obviously, VAs is better, but as a beginner, it can be easier to learn by just having an agency. Pay them a bit extra, but you will also be learning from them while they do it for you, and then you can hire your own. But yeah, obviously, it's very chatting is where most of the money's made, so it's very important to have this part done correctly. Obviously, I've got my own chatting agency, so if you are struggling with this, hit me up on Telegram and I can get you in contact with my team. And then lastly, scaling. So this is where you can start going from like 10k months to 50k plus. And the main thing, obviously I'll talk more about this in my private group. If you guys want more information, then check the description. But the main thing really with this is literally just repeating and rinsing the same processes that you've done, but with VAs doing it for you, right? So let's say, for example, you're doing really good with Reddit, right? Let's say you've got one Reddit account doing really good for you. You're making 10k a month just off of one Reddit account. You can now hire a VA to do the exact same thing for you, but on 3 accounts or 5 accounts. And just like that, that is what scaling is. A lot of people overcomplicate it. It's literally just basically having someone else do the same process for you. It's as simple as that. Obviously, I go a lot more in depth with this in my group. But yeah, that's basically it for the video, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, learned something new. Make sure to check the description. I'll leave my Telegram in there. So yeah, see you guys later.